dear. I am trying to run a business here. You want to spend time with my honeybees? Well, I'm gonna have to start charging you for the pleasure. If I come out one more time and find you lolling out there amongst my hives, I'm grabbing my shotgun. As to your question, yes, my days in beekeeping school are a blur. But I do seem to remember something about that enzyme you keep blabbing on about.
On my walk today, I had my first encounter with a pair of them. He, a lumbering palooka in a foul-smelling diving suit, and she, an unwashed moppet in a filthy pink smock. Her pallor was off, green and morbid. There was a rather unpleasant aspect to her demeanor, as if she were in an altogether different place than the rest of us. I understand the need for such creatures. I just wish they could make them more presentable.
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth. It's thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, dirty clothes, and that dead glow in her eye. I feel hatred, like I never felt before. In my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know. It is not this child I hate.
Hey, here it is! I observe all...
What's wrong with you, Mr. B? No! 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 Thank you. Thank you.
Children, with their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers. But we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
Hey, fella, don't you want to take a walk with me? Don't run! No! Oh, Jesus! What people? Something nasty. What?
Where is he, Madonna?
You know that 9 out of 15 prefer the upper. Why stay on the sideline? The new sport boost line of classes can turn you into the jock you always wanted to be. Come and visit us.
That must be you!
She will do.
In 10 years in this dump, I've come to accept a very low standard of life. But even at the bottom of this fish tank, a man must have standards. The pathetic trou de cul down at Morley Winery has started putting water to his terrible wine. Water! When I confronted him with this fact, he tells me, Pierre, this is not to worry. The water, she is distilled. It could be worse. I could take it right from the ocean.
A rapture of life. Oceans are, but it can also be a dangerous place. Any reach is a bad.
Why do they wear those masks?
Unexplained water.
Maybe there's a part of them that remembers how they used to be, how they used to look. And they're ashamed.
Oh, Lord.
The children must remain functional to be effective producers of Atom. I had hoped we placed them into vegetative state so they would be more pliable. I find being around them very uncomfortable. Even with those things implanted in their bellies, they are still children. They play and sing. Sometimes they look at me. They don't stop. Sometimes they smile.
My journey to Rapture was my second. In 1990, I fled a country that had been treated as more revolutions one part to another. Instead of one man, Tsar, only the work all the work all.
Even miles of the water, still sees everything. Sees everything. Sees everything.
Wait a second.
Jesus loves me, this I.
unstable stem versions. While this very instability is what gives it its amazing properties, it is also what causes the cosmetic and mental damage. You need more and more Adam just to keep back the tide. From a medical standpoint, this is catastrophic. From a business standpoint, well, Fontaine sees the possibilities.
A simple question. Are you a man or a slave?
What is the greatest lie ever created? What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? Slavery. Holocaust.
From the sounds of that you invent, I'm guessing you're the proud papa of a brand new Lazarus Vector. Now drop the Vector into a gadget called Central Misting Control. Then we'll be cooking with gas.